Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, fellow Zenless Zone Zero, lovers, welcome back to another reaction. I was actually on the fence whether I wanted to react to this or not. For those of you who cannot read through my capybara, who don't have x-ray vision, it is the Agent Combat Intel for Astra Yao. So typically I don't want to react to some of these, but some of them I choose to because I figure might as well just talk about the character. There's not really much to react here besides Astra's animations for her attacks and stuff, because that's basically what this is. But aside from that, I think it's a great opportunity to kind of introduce what I'm feeling about Astra, should anyone really want to know. Is there anyone who wants to know? I don't know, but just in case there is, and an easy way to get views is just put out random shit. But either way, Astra Yao. So I'm kind of going to repeat a lot of what I said in the special program, but I'm assuming no one's sitting through that whole gigantic mess. So I'll kind of condense it and sort of start the Astra Yao reaction series here. So for those of you who don't know, Astra is the first character after 1.4. She's in, I believe, 1.5, right? I believe she's in 1.5. But she's after the big story arc that just finished. So she's kind of starting us off new on the new story arc, or she's starting us off new on the newest interlude, I guess, the newest intermission arc. I don't know if they're going to do intermission or just start preparing for the next big thing to happen. I think the Miyabi story arc was basically a little rushed at the end, but it was improved from the rest of the story for sure. But I think they could have taken at least 2 more patches. The last patch and this patch should have been the final story with that whole arc, but they really, I think, sped it up, and some factions didn't get their due diligence. But regardless, we're up to Astra Yao. So Astra Yao is a singer. So I like to review these people by going over their gameplay / meta, their looks, their lore, and the secret component. Who are they going up against? So I guess we'll start with the competition. Who are they going up against? Astra is kind of competing with Evelyn, and this is kind of the trend in the Hoyo games now, and I have heard some controversy about this, where it's becoming an irk for some players. These characters that are coming out one after another are now basically each other's best in slot. I think Genshin started it. I don't know if Star Rail really did it to a huge extent. I don't remember. But now we have it in Zenless where Astra's coming first, and then Evelyn, her manager, and her friend, and her bodyguard is coming next. And I believe Astra and Evelyn are basically made for each other. And the way the game is, it makes sense, right? In Zenless, you want to use people with the same faction for the most part. At least one person from the same faction, again, for the most part. And it seems like that's going to be Astra and Evelyn. I don't know who the fuck else is going to be in their faction. I don't even remember what their faction is. But Evelyn is the competition / not really competition, because ideally, if you want one, you should get the other, because they're their best in slot. So I guess I'll touch on Evelyn a little bit. Evelyn is interesting. Basically, from what I can tell, Astra and Evelyn are buffing fire. Like, fire's finally getting its due diligence. Now, moving a little bit more to Astra into the gameplay meta side of things, Astra is a ether support who has one of the few things in the game that exists, healing. Her ult heals and she buffs. Now, the main concern I have, which I guess, we will really only see near the end of her cycle, of her trailers dropping and everything when the guides finally come out, is can she compete with Caesar, right? Now, I don't know the full specifics of her kit, despite watching the special program. I know she has like some weird dodge thing. I don't think you're going to have her on field for too long, because at the end of the day, what does she do? She's supposed to buff and then leave and, make way for the DPS and heal if need be. So the biggest thing, again, is Caesar. Caesar is like the jack of all trades. She can't really, in my eyes, be good unless she has some gimmick I don't know about, or the buff she gives is greater than Caesar's, or if it's niche, right? If it's a niche buff, it could be really strong, stronger than Caesar's. If it's a general buff that's stronger than Caesar's, it should make sense if that's the only thing. And this is where I think Caesar really ruined things, right? Caesar is a shielder who can also function as a stunner, who's also a support because she gives you a shit ton of damage. How the fuck is Astra supposed to compete with that unless A, her damage is a lot greater? Because she can't shield. You don't need healing if you have Caesar because you can shield. And you don't need healing in general if you can actually play the game well. So Astra's ult is interesting to me because I feel like for some players it just won't have value. Unless you get buffed with damage through that, which I don't know. But also I don't think so. So Astra to me is kind of in a hard place. I think I probably will skip her. She is an ether support, so she might be really good with Zhu Yuan, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's going to be better than Nicole. She literally has to be. If she's not better than Nicole, then there's something wrong. But the main concern I have meta gameplay-wise is gameplay, you're not really going to play her on field, and meta, she has to be better, hopefully, than Caesar, at least with the damage buffing capabilities. Aside from that, look-wise, I think she's nice. I don't love her, I don't hate her. And then lore-wise, she's basically Zenless Robin. Again, I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's whatever. Sadly, they're going to sing the songs that she has in Chinese, so that's already not really too much of an appealing factor to me, but it is what it is. So Evelyn, or not Evelyn, Astra, and I guess by proxy, kind of Evelyn, but Evelyn's a little bit different, but we'll get to her at a later date. Astra is really difficult for me to kind of justify. I gotta see the numbers for sure, but so far, it's really not looking good. It's looking like a 10, maybe a 20 shot, maybe, but it's not looking great. And I already know some of her animations, but again, you're not supposed to have her really on field unless her gameplay really accounts for that. But I'm going to see how they do it. So anyway, let's take a look at her animations and let's see what's going on.
The anticipation off stage is the perfect prelude.
Ooh.
Take a deep breath. The spotlight's about
She is cute. She has massive freaking breasts too.
Will be mine.
Look, she hits you with music. That's pretty cool. That little thing was cool. Oh, the jiggle, the jiggle. And look, they go into Yanagi. Okay. I wonder if she's going to be best in slot for Miyabi. Because right now Caesar is. Oh, there's Miyabi. Wait, does she actually work with Miyabi? So you can see, her buff is active by the little swirl at the bottom there. And that's kind of similar to Furina from Genshin. Oh, look, the healing. Whoa, that jiggle, though. So I think it does do some damage, which is ironic. I thought it only healed. And then she stays on the field and just sings for you, which I think is hilarious. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to upgrade the visuals a little bit. I didn't realize there was so much jiggle jiggle. And I like the jiggle jiggle. So, that's pretty surprising. But yeah, in general, most of the video was honestly front-loaded. Most of what I wanted to say was already said. The animations were nice, and again, the jiggle jiggle really impressed me, but overall, that's Astra. It's not looking good for her until I really see numbers, but I'm not really thinking she's going to be crazy. But it's Zenless. They've surprised me before, and I'm pretty sure they'll do it again. She's hopefully going to be broken, but only time will tell. Either way, tell me what you thought of Astra, and if you like what I do, watch me at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel, and I hope everyone enjoyed. Eee!